Hey, welcome back. Another day, another vlog. Sweet Epidemic Sounds. Link below if you want to join up on them, and you'll help me out with them for 3 months. It will be super duper. Whew, well, where do I start today? Big things happening today. A lot of good things. Product-wise, we'll get the baseball out the way. That's probably the most important thing, I think, at the moment. Playoffs. Yankees went down. What a game. I said yesterday they needed to come with their bats, and they did a pretty good job. Early on again, it was there's a ton of pitchers that threw in this game. They really got smashed around a bit, the poor old pitchers. I do feel for them. I think it was 2-1. Yeah, 2-1. 2-1 and ended up being 4-1 by the 6th or something, I think it was, from memory. Yankees were in trouble. Looked like they were going to go home. And it was out of control. Comes down to the top of the 9th innings. LeMahieu up, runner on. Hits a bomb, Oppo. just out of the reach of Correa. Springer by about that far. Just clips over, goes over the fence. Oppo bomb, 9th, 1 out. Ties the game. Yankees go berserk. Astrodome, the Astros go absolutely dead quiet. Just like they went from going nuts all game, being in front, to just dead quiet. I think the Astros and the Yankees, I think the Astros were on like 7 pitches. The Yankees bring in Chapman. Chapman comes in for the 9th. Hadn't pitched a lot, which I think possibly might have been the biggest drama, because they pretty much smashed the other guys when they come in, so he didn't have to get used. So he's probably a little bit rusty, I guess you could say. That's the only thing I could. They reckon it was a slider. I think it looked like more like a fastball that he got. Little Altuve, 5'6", just a machine of a hitter. What a freak. Comes up, they get a runner on. Correa got on? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Correa got on. And then little Altuve comes up. Well, he's not little, he's little by size, huge by stature. He's an absolute legend. Just the nicest guy, and what a player. This thing was up in here at about 98, I reckon. High 90s, just ridiculous that he can get something up at his shoulders and turn, and he got it and turned it and just smoked it out of the fence, over the fence, hit the wall in the thing up where those archways are in at Houston, Minute Maid Park. That's the name I'm thinking of. Hits up there, bounces off the wall, just place goes just bananas, and that's the end of the Yankees. So the Yankees just go out of control, home run to tie it. They get all this energy back, although, you know, they get their best, they got the ace reliever, the best in the game, Chapman, to come and close them out, so they've got a chance to come out and just get 1 run to win it. They don't even get that chance. It's taken off them by Altuve. He just comes out and goes, World Series, here we come. So, yeah, wow. It was pretty exciting, I must tell you. I was absolutely wrapped with it. It was a great game to watch. Pitching, and I think Houston actually won the game. They deserved it. Some outstanding fielding plays by the right fielder and the left fielder from them. Both diving plays that if they missed them would have scored a run. Yankees would have caught up earlier and probably gone on to win. Just massive plays in the scheme of things. Even Judge stopped the ball from going past him on one of those super hard line drives on the run. Just gets a glove to it to knock it down to stop it, so he can turn and throw it in to stop a run from scoring. So it would have been 5-4, so they still would have lost. So many good things in the game. It's a great game to watch. If you're going to watch a replay, definitely do it. You'll be on the edge of your seat. It was definitely worthwhile. It was a really, really good game. Condolences to the Yankees. They played well. They come back. Very hard to come back against a team like that with the pitching they have, and they did a great job. And you know, when he hit it over that, when LeMay hit the shot over right field fence, I thought, oh geez, look at it! Here they come. This could be it. They get one more sniff here, and they've got pretty much everyone in their team can hit a home run. So they only need another one to do that next innings, and it's all over. So yeah, congrats to the Astros. Condolences to the Yankees. World Series, that will start on Monday. That is going to be Washington Nationals versus the Houston Astros. Now, I've got a funny feeling the Nationals have never played in a World Series, so it will be pretty insane. What is funny about that is they just sold Harper this year. Their gun, probably the second best player or at least top 3 in the game. Went for a monster salary, free agent this year, and went to the Phillies. And now they're getting their first World Series, so he must be just devastated, the poor bloke. He spent his whole career since he was, I think, 18 or 17, maybe even. Pretty sure, definitely 18. And the first year he leaves after his first contract looking for a World Series because they've been smashed ever since he's been there, and this happens. So yeah, that's a bit harsh. So yeah, I'm sure he'll be watching and cheering on all his mates. So yeah, it'll be very interesting. I've got to put my money on the Astros. The Cards didn't play well. I think it's the only reason the Nationals got it off easy. I don't think they're good enough to beat the Astros. I definitely don't think they've got the pitching. They've got some good hitters, but they don't have that full awesome team that the Astros have. So yeah, it'll be interesting. It's going to be a good World Series. They're always good. They're always tight. Anything can happen. Who knows? Who knows? Come Monday, what's today, Sunday? No, sorry, come Tuesday morning, we'll find out because it'll be the first game. Game 1, World Series, Tuesday morning. Awesome. Right, let's go over to some exciting news about the Canon M50. This little baby, Canon M50, very popular entry point for cameras. Well, I went there, it's still a $600 camera. Second hand. I think they're like 800 new, but it does 4K. It's great for vlogging. It's got all the good gear. Really good entry level for YouTube and pretty much any sort of film stuff and bits and pieces like that. I'll put it back up. Standard lenses you got from, actually I will. Standard lenses that come, you got the 15-45 and the what's that? The 55-200. There's also 11-22 zoom, which is your wide angle one. That's why I've gone to the 7 artisans for that one. There wasn't many other lenses, like proper autofocus lenses that you could buy for it. We obviously got the 7 artisans, which we're doing the film on at the moment. That's a manual, but there's not a real lot around with autofocus. Don't know if you can see in the picture there. Oh, you can. I'll turn it around for you. Sigma. God bless Sigma. Sigma, who do some fantastic lenses. I found this today. There's a little article on it, and I went over and checked it. They've got 3 lenses out that they've adapted to work for the Canon M series, which is just fantastic. These are awesome bits of glass and they're not too badly priced. There's a 16mm 1.4, there's a 30mm 1.4 and a 56mm 1.4. So you can go on their site, they're all available now for the Canon M50. So if you do have a Canon M50, probably definitely worth looking at as an upgrade from maybe your Canons. And then probably a wide angle, so I might even looking at trading me 7 artisans now to get this wide angle 16mm. That's pretty darn special. Hybrid autofocus, dust splash proof design, which is really good. Minimises flaring, ghosting. Now they're saying the quality is rivaling that of the Art line, their premium line of lenses for their full size sensors. So that should be really good, because those Art line have got rave reviews. I think it's the 18 to 50. I think is, some guys say it's the best lens you can buy. So the glass, it's going to be awesome. Definitely worthwhile having a look at these. Got all the stuff, made in Japan, definitely good. It's 604. I'm pretty sure these are US prices. Oh no, this is Australian prices. That's your US prices there. 604 Australian for the 16mm. For the 30mm, it's 527. 9-element lenses. While I've got you, f16 minimum. What else? Yeah, 30cm minimum distance. That's for the 30mm. So really nice bokeh on them. You can see some sample images. I'm not sure. I'll see if there's some sample images here. You might have some there. So plenty of good bokeh. You can see the bokeh there is pretty darn good on them. There's some better ones. There's the article I watched. So really good for portraits. Some great lenses. So sorry, the 30mm was $527. The 56mm is $769. All three Art level. So that's a super premium lot. Basically $1,900 Australian, and you get a full set of super premium lenses for the M mount Canon series, which is amazing. Even better, the guys have just released the M6 Mark II. You put that glass on there, that's going to be another level for that. That's got the 120 frames a second, all the good gear, basically all the new stuff out of the bigger body into that small compact package. I don't like the flip up of the back lens. Viewfinder, that's a bit of a pain in the butt. So that's definitely a deterrent for me on that one. So yeah, huge news for the Canon M50 series, and yeah, love it. Awesome Sigma, you've done well. That's fantastic. I have fired them off an email. Fingers crossed. I'd love to be able to test them. So I've asked them if I could possibly do a review on the channel for them. I'd love to do that for them. That'd be really cool just to see how they are, because I'm definitely thinking about how down the track I could buy these three sets, well, these three lenses. They don't have a zoom in the range. It's only the 3 primes as yet. But I think if they sell well, which I think they will, because there's a lot of Canon M50 users out there. I'm part of a Canon M50 Facebook group that is really good. So, and there's a lot of us out there that really enjoy the camera, and it does a great job. And Potato Jet himself, had a Canon M50 the other week. If you check out his channel, he put a cine lens on there with about 60 grams worth of gear on it, and the images coming out of that Canon M50 were world class. So it's a small camera, but if you give it the right glass, it can really make that image pop. So it will definitely make a big difference. Yeah, great job, Sigma. Awesome. While on lenses, obviously I need to talk about the other one that's available, that's just come out, and that's the Canon series. Now this is the big boy, this is what you're up against. Canon RF new 15 to 35. Basically it's the creator's lens. So anyone that's got a Canon EOS R, they would have had a 16 to 35. Well, now it's a 15 to 35 with inbuilt stabilisation. It's a 2.8 across the board, so it's an awesome lens. There's a heap of reviews running around. Put it in perspective though, that one lens, if you go through Canon Australia, is $4,500 for the lens, which is just insane. I think that covers my whole video camera setup without it, including GoPro and everything, just for that one lens, including probably my phone. I'd say. But having said that, it is a pro level lens. It's amazing glass. It's amazing. It's the image stabilisation's awesome. The zoom on it's awesome. It's a super compact lens. It does telescope out a little bit. You do need to be careful of that if you're gimbaling it. That's the only thing Potato Jet and Peter McKinnon were talking about with it. That's the only real issue they could find with it. Other than that, it was perfect, and they love it. Everyone that's used it loves it. It's a fantastic lens. So you use professionals. I'm assuming you're going to go to that. So having said that, Potato Jet did say his price that he paid, which was $22.99 US. Now, if you direct convert that on the Australian exchange rate as of today, that's only $3,500. So that's $1,000 cheaper than Canon Australia. So if you are buying one, hot tip, don't buy it in Australia. Sorry to say, but an extra $1,000, that's a lot of money that you put into your pocket. If you're a wedding photographer or a vlogger and you want the lens, $1,000 is a huge amount of money in any man's language. No matter what level you are, it'd be hard to knock that. It just pays to shop around. But yeah, please do check it out. I'm not sure if he got a wholesale price. He may have got a big discount, I'm not sure. But he did mention it. So I did the maths. And yeah, that was like, oh, that's a bit disappointing. Unfortunately, yet again, because of we're in Australia, we sort of seem to get ripped off a fair bit, which is a real shame. But anyway, so you put these 3 Sigma lenses in at $1,900 Australian, 3 awesome bits of glass for the Canon M50 compared to 1 lens for the EOS R, which is basically the next level up from the M50. If you're going to go, you could go the RP, but everyone said it's pretty much crap. If you're going to go up, you're going to go to the R, which is a $4,000 camera, and then you're going to buy a $4,500 lens on it as 1 lens. So yeah, it's $1,900 on this camera. That's for a full set of lenses. That's an amazing deal for the quality level of glass you're getting. So really good Sigma. Can't wait to see some reviews on them and how they go on the M50. As I said, I fired off an email to Sigma Australia today to see if I sent off a question and asked if I could possibly review. Fingers crossed, if you know anyone at Sigma Australia and you're watching by any chance, hook a brother up, and I'd love to check them out. Be an honest review. I'd love to chuck them on this camera and see what the difference is and see how they go. Yeah, they look pretty cool. And that's about it. The new video, good news is I got through the photos. I had 400 photos from my testing of the 7 artisan lens. It was pretty good. I've got a heap of really nice ones. I've got some examples there. Unfortunately, where my filter, which is the K&F concept filter, just gets a little bit of vignetting around through the corners when I was doing some slow stuff with Bell's Rapids. But that's not the lens's fault. You'll be able to see the clarity of the images, and I'm really excited about them. I think I've dragged out and tuned up about 120 of them. I've now got to go through that and start putting the video together in Premiere Pro tonight, get all that sorted and try and work out a timeline and start putting it together. I really want to be able to get it done by shift change on Tuesday night, but I think I'm running out of time. I'll see how I go. But looking good so far, and there's a lot of stuff there, so I can really show off that lens and see what it can do. And then you see that, and then you come to an autofocus of these. So you go from a manual, which was my wide lens choice, otherwise the 11-22, or then we go into this bad boy here, the 16, which looks very cool at a 1.4. Because I'm pretty sure the Canon 11-22 is a 3.5 to 5.6 from memory. So this Sigma just smashes that out the ballpark. Anyway, that's enough from me. Hope you've all had a good Sunday. For those of you who got to watch the ball game, that's great. Oh, big congratulations to my team, the Melbourne Braves, the B grade team. We had our first win of the season today. The boys had a win. I wasn't there to be with you, but I was thinking of you in spirit. Great job, guys. Good win. They come from behind to get a victory, so that's always good. That's the way it's supposed to be. Baseball is a fantastic game. Anyway, that's enough from me. Have a for you guys in the States, enjoy your Sunday, what's left of it, or what you're coming into. Yeah, you're coming into it. We're finishing it up and going to bed soon. Maybe. Who knows? If you're going out, stay safe. Don't drink too much. You got to work tomorrow. You don't want to go to work with a hangover. That's bad. If you're going to bed, have an early night. It's Monday. It's a fresh start for the week. Something new might happen this week. You never know. You may win Tats Lotto. But from me to you, I'll see you in tomorrow. Whether you're going that way, this way, maybe down tonight. I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace.